Why, hello everyone, welcome back to Scott, Whiskers and the search for Mr Fumbleclaw. I'm actually wondering why there's a door to Stringer's apartment and the window here. Can I have a look? Yeah, I can actually.
Through the window, I can see into Dr. Stringer's living room. Next to the door is a small scratching post for cats with a comfortable little bed on top. And in the crib lies... Oh, can that be? Why does the cat in the crib look like the missing Mr. Fumbleclaw?
Because it is him.
That's a strange coincidence. On the other hand, Dr. Stringer's practice is on the route of the mail van I got from Johnny Scroot's computer. So it would be quite possible. Wow! I don't believe it! I've actually found him! No doubt about it!
Really?
The longer I look at the kitty, the more sure that I am. I should definitely talk to Dr. Stringer. I'm curious what he has to say about that. I think I actually made it! And found him! Mr. Fumbleclaw! And he seems to be well, thank God. There's a load off my mind. Unfortunately, this also means the end of the game. After all, the name of the game is The Search for Mr. Fumbleclaw. And the search is now over. I hope you had a lot of fun with the game. You can now turn off your computer, cell phone or games console and do the housework. Or your homework.
Or whatever.
I think the trash would still need to be taken out as well.
Wait, let's... Hello, where's my mouse? Oh, he's...
No, I'm kidding. The game's far from over. For now, the mystery of how Mr. Fumbleclaw got into the living room of the good Dr. Stringer must be solved. Lady Longbottom will be less than thrilled. But better I not tell her anything yet. And rather ask Dr. Stringer. Surely there's a very simple explanation for this.
Well, I hope there is. Let's just, get some evidence, right? Goody.
It's so cute to see him slumbering in his crib. I'm so glad that the handsome cat's doing well. Only, how did he end up in Dr. Stringer's living room?
I have no idea. Let's ask him.
About the cat in your living room again.
Yes, what now? I already told you that you saw my cat Skippy there.
I'm afraid you weren't completely honest with me there.
Well, he hasn't told me. I jumped
Just
a few
a moment.
lines, apparently.
Does the cat in this photo really look like your Skippy? I think not.
What the? Did you take pictures of my living room?
No.
I think I'll have to call our village police after all.
Please. Dr. Stringer, I'm really not here to cause you any trouble. I've just been looking for the missing Mr. Fumbleclaw for so long now that I just need to know if the cat in the photo is him or not. Please, be honest with me. In the box of flea combs you received from Ricky, there was a cat in there. Wasn't there?
Yes.
Good. Now that you have your photo, you might be interested in the whole story.
Yes, please.
I am. Of course.
Very well. It's been about 3 months now, when my beloved Skippy died.
Oh no. I'm so sorry about that.
Thank you. Skippy was already old and very sick, but he had a great life, with his beloved meadow right outside the door, and his buddy Buddy always by his side.
Skippy must have been a great cat.
The best. And then, suddenly, a few days ago, The mail was at the door with a package for me.
The package from Ricky?
Exactly. And you can imagine my surprise when I opened the package. And a white ball of fur jumped out at me. Starved, thirsty, and unfortunately also full of excrement.
Oh, God. How awful. The time in the box must have been hell for Mr. Fumbleclaw.
For sure. To give the cat a little rest, I put up a little bed in my living room, a bowl of food and water, and pulled down the blinds on the windows. And the little one must have slept for 24 hours straight and gorged himself.
He certainly needed this rest badly.
I think so, too. And shall I tell you something? I fell in love with the cat from the very first second. And my buddy, too, by the way.
How beautiful.
And now, I should give him away, and thus lose the second cat this year? Please don't.
Oh, dear. However, this is really a tricky matter. Legally, the cat now belongs to Lady Longbottom. But, well, I'm pretty sure Lady Longbottom only sees Mr. Fumbleclaw as a champion of her cat breed, and doesn't really love the cat for its own sake. And when I look at the photo with the cute cat like this, and in addition to your quite conclusive explanation, I don't think it would be in the cat's best interest to leave him with the lady again. But the problem is that Mr. Fumbleclaw legally belongs to Lady Longbottom. But I could talk to the lady. Of course, without telling her the whereabouts of Mr. Fumbleclaw. Maybe I could negotiate some kind of agreement. Or something like that.
Do you really think so?
It's worth the try. And I've solved much more complicated tasks in the last few days.
I don't even know what to say. You would really do that?
Sure will. Surely a possibility can be found so that Buddy can keep his new best friend.
That would be fantastic.
Well, good. I think I'll go talk to the lady right now. There's just one more thing.
Yes?
What's Mr. Fumbleclaw's name now? I am curious.
I'm afraid I can't say that.
Why?
Because it's silly. And you probably call me crazy.
Now you must tell me the name, more than ever.
So what is it?
All right. His name is...
Yes?
Frodo.
No.
Mr. Fumbleclaw is now called... Frodo.
I said so. I'm sure you think it's silly.
Yes, but why? I love the name.
Really?
Yeah, indeed. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, after all.
Really? I must have read the books 100 times. Great literature.
And I must have seen the movies 100 times. But why Frodo? Why not Legolas or Aragorn?
Or someone
Simple.
else.
The cat has just as hairy feet as a hobbit. That's when I thought it was just fitting.
I see. Yes, then of course it makes sense. Okay, I'd better go and talk to Lady Longbottom about Frodo. Pardon, Mr. Fumbleclaw, of course. And hopefully I'll be back shortly with some good news.
Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate that.
Right, so... It's kind of understandable that he took Mr. Fumbleclaw in. But of course, it's not his cat. So, he might not be able to keep it. We'll see about that.
You again? What now? These nerve-wracking conversations with pizza delivery people are actually Rumstone's job.
I'm not a pizza boy.
Assuming I had found Mr. Fumbleclaw?
Lord Fumbleclaw! How many times do I have to tell you? What do you mean by assuming? Have you found the cat or not?
Well, no. I didn't. I'm simply curious.
How nice.
You wanted Lord Fumbleclaw to be the champion for this year's Ricky's Finest Beauty Pageant, right?
Right. It will ensure my victory over Lady Beaufort's unchallenged candidate. A mangy crossbreed that is probably as lousy as its owner. I am convinced that Lord Fumbleclaw will win a triumphant victory. One last time.
One last time?
A triumphant last time.
Why one last time?
Well, Lord Fumbleclaw's shining star is slowly fading. He has secured me some nice victories for a few years now, but at some point, the time has come for every cat to leave the big stage of glitz and glamour. In addition, I already have a new champion at the start.
Oh.
Duke Puke Hairtuft.
Duke... who?
Duke Puke Hairtuft. I name all my cats after their most essential characteristics. And the good Duke is now at the best age to take over Lord Fumbleclaw's throne. Here's to Lady Beaufort kissing the hairy bottoms of my champions for many years to come. From second place on the winner's podium.
And then what happens to Lord Fumbleclaw next year?
Honestly,
Nothing.
I pretty much don't care. Maybe I can find someone on eBay who will offer some money for him.
eBay?
Or whatever. I told you that I don't care.
Really? I can't say I like that.
Well, I pretty much don't care about that either.
If he already has to lose his home here, why don't you make sure he finds a nice new home? Give him to the animal shelter for professional placement.
Animal shelter? Yes, why not? Probably no one will pay me a nice sum for a champion of days gone by anyway.
Well, as luck would have it, I work for the animal shelter.
Do you?
Oh.
As a pizza guy, you're supposed to be swimming in tips, right?
I don't work there for money's sake.
So you plan to marry rich someday? From my own
Yes.
experience, I can assure you that this is a good plan.
Anyway, I'd like to offer you that I will take care of the animal shelter formalities and the later placement of Lord Fumbleclaw.
You would?
With pleasure.
Good. Why not? One less thing for me to deal with.
Great.
But one thing at a time. First of all, make sure that Lord Fumbleclaw is found and stands on the winner's podium of Ricky's Finest. After
Will
that,
do.
you can do what you want with the cat.
All right. Find Frodo, making sure he wins, placing him in a new home. Good plan.
Who is Frodo?
See you later. I think I have a hot lead on Lord Fumbleclaw. I know at least one other archaeologist who prefers this fashion.
Well, Dr. Stringer?
Hi, Scott. Have you had a chance to talk to Lady Longbottom yet?
Actually, yes.
About Lady Longbottom.
Yes? Have you had a chance to talk to the lady about Frodo?
I could actually do that.
Really? So? Do you really think there is a way I could keep Frodo without getting into conflict with the law?
I guess I have good news for you indeed.
Really? You are making me very happy right now. So I get to keep Frodo?
Yeah, I guess so. As soon as he won the crown at the beauty contest, Ricky's Finest. After that, as an employee of the animal shelter, I'm supposed to take care of the placement of the cat. But I would say this step we just skip and leave the cat here in your care.
That sounds too good to be true. Thank you very much. Only, what kind of competition is this supposed to be?
Ricky's Finest. The most popular cat beauty contest in the region. Ricky hosts one every year. And Lady Longbottom expects nothing less than Frodo's victory.
I see. I see another problem now, though.
What's that?
Do you have any idea what a stress such a competition is for such a small cat? Even if it's just one day? As a veterinarian, I find this appalling.
Yes, I guess that's true.
And I could not, with my conscience, expose Frodo to this stress.
I can understand that.
On the other hand, if the cat were returned to its owner, I would be subjected to this stress in any case.
True. Yes. This is a real dilemma.
You're a smart little guy, aren't you? And maybe you can think of a solution to this problem. For Frodo's sake.
Let's see. Probably it would be enough if I present Lady Longbottom with the certificate of Frodo's victory. But
That
no
makes
victory
sense.
without a cat. And without victory, no certificate.
I'm sure you can think of something. Please.
Well, I could talk to Ricky. I have a pretty good connection with him. Perhaps he'll create the deed without Frodo having to be present. Personally, I'd have no problem faking victory in such a contest for the well-being of the cat. But I don't think Ricky would agree with that. Because of his pet hairdresser code of honor and all. But hey, maybe I'll get another idea after talking to him.
That would be really great.
Maybe I could
And
just
it would
use
be
that
the least
plush
after you've been
cat.
taking care of us at the animal shelter for free for so long. Not to mention that I'm convinced that Frodo would have a good time with you.
So you'll talk to Ricky?
Will do.
Sure.
But, of course, I can't promise anything yet. My charm is hard to resist. Therefore, I'm in good spirits.
Fantastic. Please be sure to let me know what you are able to accomplish. No matter if day or night.
You got it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be here all game long. And you'll still be standing here next week brushing cat litter out of Buddy's fur.
Right back to Ricky's again, shall we?
Yes. Do you still need help with your hairstyle?
Yes, actually, I do.
Good news! I found the missing cat!
Disappeared cat? The missing cat?
The
Yes.
one and only.
Really? Oh, that's a load off my mind. Please tell me it is doing well. And that I had nothing to do with the disappearance.
Cat's doing well under the circumstances.
Thank
Goody.
God.
And he survived the Odyssey in the box with your flea combs just fine.
Really? My
Yes.
flea comb box? Drat.
I'm sure you didn't do it on purpose.
Of course not. Nevertheless, if that gets out, that would be a PR nightmare. Say, would you care for a little bribery?
Bribery? You want to buy my
How
silence?
so?
This is what is generally understood by a bribe. For example, how about a year's supply of premium shampoo that's only 2 years expired? Because it's obvious that you have some hairstyle problems.
No.
No.
Thank you. But while we're on the subject of bribery, there is indeed a way you could buy my silence.
Great.
Oh.
Let me hear it.
Said missing cat must win your contest this year. And all this in the absence of said missing cat.
If I understand you correctly, I'm supposed to manipulate my own competition?
Yes.
Jeopardize my integrity as a celebrity hairstylist and showrunner in order for all the other contestant participants to cheat? And that's just to cover up a little
Yes.
mishap arising from a negligible carelessness?
That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Sure, no big deal.
Really? That was easy.
Because it absolutely does not matter.
What do you mean?
The contest probably won't happen this year anyway.
Really?
Yes. Because I recently became the victim of a murder and robbery.
Whoa.
What?
That sounds serious.
It is. First, the lock on my store door was murdered. And then my insanely expensive professional photo equipment was robbed. No winning photos without photo equipment. No contest without winning photos. So you see, it doesn't matter what I promise you for your silence in the Fleacombe mishap. I can't keep my promise anyway.
Drat. So, in principle, you're only missing a photo camera. Because I have an old Polaroid camera here. Would that be enough?
Polaroid. Please. What kind of amateur do you think I am? The winning photos of my annual contest are absolutely high quality. And for high quality photos, you need a high quality camera.
And that was stolen
True.
from you.
Yes, that is what I said. Is your weird hairstyle affecting your hearing?
So I just have to get your photo equipment back, and then you'd put Mr. Fumbleclaw on the winner's podium.
What do you mean by just? Did you steal the camera?
No. But this task really doesn't sound so difficult.
Well, you're funny. Are you sure you had nothing to do with the murder and robbery?
Very sure.
Yes.
All right. I'll get you your photo equipment. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Okay?
Sort of.
Sure will. Whatever you say. Solve this nefarious break-in and we're in business. Your missing cat would probably have won the competition again this year anyway. Therefore, this does not damage my pet hairdresser and showrunner code of honor.
Great. I'll be on my way. And I'll be back with your super expensive photo equipment shortly.
Good luck. And take care, darling. These criminals will stop at nothing.
Alright. Do I... No. Actually not. Okay, so where do I get the photo camera? Where do we get the equipment? Not in here, apparently. Maybe in here? You know, on set.
The dream of every movie nerd.
Yeah.
A big box with lots of great movie props. Typical movie. It's all appearance and reality. The tree trunk is made only of cardboard, plywood and paint.
Ricky's professional photo equipment was stolen? Alright.
You again? Is Mr. Snuggles ready for action again?
No. Not yet.
Why won't you let me sleep then?
I'll get back to you later.
I would prefer...
No. I think
No.
Mr. Snuggles has done enough work for one game.
Alright. True. He's still asleep, oh dear. It's not in here. Maybe...
Unfortunately, I have no talent with soldering irons. Otherwise, it would clearly look the same on my desk. The soldering iron burn scar on my arm is still clearly visible. May I interrupt again for a moment?
Yes, what's up? Captain Paulie is always happy to help.
Sure.
Could I have another look at the camera in front of Ricky's pet hairdresser?
Why would you want to do that? The camera's recordings are still top secret.
Ricky's store was recently robbed by gangsters.
Oh my. That's just terrible. What do I have to do with it?
Well, you do have access to the surveillance camera outside Ricky's store. The one I got a sneak peek at the other day?
Oh, yes. I remember. Something about a missing cat, right?
Exactly.
Have you found the kitty in the meantime?
As a matter of fact, I have. Nevertheless, I'd like to take another look at the camera. Ricky needs his expensive photo equipment back. And certainly the thief was recorded on video.
I see. Yes, that is very possible. But I already said it. The inspection of the camera recordings is subject to the strictest secrecy.
No.
Is there no way to loosen up this strict secrecy a bit?
Well, I
Bribes
guess
or something?
you could go back to being an auxiliary policeman and help me with a little something.
Oh,
As an
alright.
auxiliary policeman, you would then have the authorization for the recordings.
I thought something like this was coming. Let me guess. You want me to eavesdrop on anyone, anywhere with your great high-powered microphone?
Yep. I hope you didn't dispose of the engineering marvel.
Of course not.
Great. Then please get me some Law and Order recordings and I'll see what I can do for you regarding the surveillance camera.
Law and order? To calibrate the microphone again?
No. The recording is for my personal collection.
Collection?
Yes. I've started to create a categorised collection of exciting sound recordings. And I'm still missing something
Alright.
exciting on the subject of Law and Order.
Why do you need this collection?
Well, actually, it's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway. My police psychologist did call it a distinct voyeuristic disorder. I, however, find the analysis of these true events captured on tape makes me a better surveillance specialist. Besides, Time passes faster here when I listen to the tapes over and over again.
You have a police psychologist?
Yes, Dr. Fletcher. Nice guy, but a total doomsayer. Be that as it may, do we have a deal?
We do. I'll get some entertaining recordings with voyeuristic potential of the subject of Law and Order, and you show me who cleaned out Ricky's store.
This is how we do it.
Although I don't understand why a real crime like the robbery of Ricky's store meets with so little interest from you.
That is police work. As you just noted yourself, you don't understand any of this. Now go ahead, get me those recordings.
Great. We'll do that in the next episode. Thanks for watching.